I got sick, an upper respiratory type of infection. I was coughing a lot. I had some really bad upper back pain. And my doctor kept giving me different antibiotics, thinking, you've got this upper respiratory infection. Well, all those symptoms were gone, but the sharp stabbing back pain, none of the prescriptions worked for me. So just by total chance, I had a neighbor who was a student at Parker College of Chiropractic. I saw him one day and he said, hey, you're walking a little crooked. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I've just got this upper respiratory thing and it's this sharp pain. I don't know why. He's like, it sounds like a rib. It sounds like your rib is out. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, yeah, it sounds like your subluxated rib. And I said, well, ribs don't move. What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, they do move. It's a bucket handle mechanism. And he explained the whole thing. And we were at a park, right? So he's like, can I adjust you? And I didn't know what that was. I'd never been to a chiropractor. So I'm like, what do you mean, where? And he's like, right here on this bench. And there's this move, it's called an anterior thoracic move. And he literally put a hand behind my back and it's kind of laid me back like this. And it was instant relief. Instant relief. And I had never experienced that before. I said, what did you do? And how did it work? And where do I go to learn that? Because I always thought I was going to go into medicine. At that point, I was working as a nutritionist, and I thought, eventually I'll get to medical school. My philosophy of the way healthcare should work didn't quite mesh with the pharmaceuticals and the surgeries. So when he said this to me, it clicked in my head. I'm like, oh. 6 months later, I was at Parker, and that's where I met the doc. Our goal when we opened the business, as corny as it sounds, was we wanted to heal the world. Like, we're gonna heal the world, we're gonna help everybody, and it hasn't gone away, really. You could see his passion, how he talks to patients. I miss it terribly. Like, I get teary-eyed every time I start to think about like how I cannot work on patients anymore because of my own issues, my own back issues. But the way that I overcome that is that I talk chiropractic all day long. I network and I market a lot, and I'm always out doing networking events. My favorite thing to do is like lunch and learns, because I actually have a real captive audience where I get to bring in lunch and talk to you about your spine. And sometimes I go in and look at how you're sitting at your desk and give you advice on how to ergonomically correct things. It's my way of still being able to help heal the world, because I'm talking, I'm letting people know what it is. I have a broken back. My fourth vertebrae of my lumbar spine, my low back, is broken completely on both sides, so it's falling forward, right? So it tractions all the nerves and it causes me to go numb in my legs and whatnot. I should be in a wheelchair if you look at my MRI, but it's because of chiropractic that I'm not. I'm the biggest testimonial that there is. Chiropractic is all natural. The side effects are none. An adjustment reboots your nervous system and you just feel better because it controls everything in your body. But besides that, it feels really good. Touch is one of those sensations that every human needs. Chiropractic is really the only kind of doctor or chiropractor who's going to touch you, who's going to actually, oh, let me see, where does this hurt? Let me feel around for it. And that feels good. It's kind of like going to the gym. You can't get to the 6-pack of abs if you only go in once a month. So you have to keep on top of your body just like you would in any other facet. And you feel fine when your spine is in line.